Coming up in this video, how to connect with my spirit guides. Can someone please tell me how to get out of my own way so I can get some guidance in my life? There are 18,000 people searching for information about spirit guides every single month on that Google machine.
And that's important because to get to some answers, you have to stop getting lost in the fantasy and start looking under the hood to see how it really works. For those of you that are just meeting us and don't know us yet, I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From Sunrose Garden.
Where the science of self-growth meets the magic of mysticism.
Stick with us and we will give you everything you need to smack down your fears so that you can stand out in your own genius instead of being lost in a sea of endless purple mandalas.
Nobody wants to get lost in a purple mandala. Getting lost in a purple mandala.
I don't know. If you do enough drugs, you can definitely get lost in a purple mandala.
Just saying. To consistently connect to guides, which can be an external avatar, your own inner wisdom, higher self, you have to create a stable connection. In the adult mind, that connection doesn't happen on its own.
And it can be, like we've talked about in our videos, that connection can be suddenly triggered by trauma or crisis. But if you want a steady, reliable connection, you have to build it.
In our previous video, Simple Meditation for Beginners, we talked about the why that is and how to connect your two minds, the conscious and the subconscious in meditation. That is down in the description if you wanted to check that out. After this video, there's also a link to a great meditation that you can do.
So the part of mind that connects, so to speak, is the subconscious. Mm-hmm. But you have to build a reliable bridge between the conscious and the subconscious. And that is the gateway to everything, including the superconscious, which is like the spillway out into the spirit world.
The spillway into the spirit world. Yeah. It's a new thing. So, for instance, if you want the bridge to be your own private climate-controlled superhighway that only you and your Maserati can have access to, you have to build it and maintain it.
So if you don't keep the freeway clean and maintained and never visit it unless it's a time of crisis, that it will be like that, that rickety old rope bridge across a cavern, like in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where he's fighting the bad ninja turban guys with the big swords.
Not Ninja Turtles.
Ninja guys.
Ninja turbans.
They're that big turban ninja guys with the swords. That's what your bridge looks like if you don't maintain it.
Yes. And every time that you want to tap into your inner wisdom and your guides, by the time you get across, you're going to be so exhausted that you'll just be like, what did you say? I think I kind of dozed off for a minute because I'm really tired after fighting those ninjas.
And maybe sprain my ankle and that loose board. You're like, what did they say? I don't remember.
Yeah.
So what I mean, that's the difference.
So maintain your superhighway.
The techniques we are going to tell you about work for you, however those guides come in for you, be it your inner wisdom, your higher self, or an external avatar of some sort.
All use that same superhighway or rickety old rope bridge.
So, they don't really like using the rickety old rope bridge. It's like, maybe I don't want to cross it today. So, superhighway better. So how do you build your superhighway? Because once you do that, the rest is easy.
Now it's time for the good stuff.
So here we go, guys.
Time for the good stuff.
Here we
go.
For the
good stuff.
Here we go.
Time for the good stuff.
Are we doing a music moment or what? Okay.
Here we go.
Oh my God.
Here we go. Here we go. Now let's go. Go.
Tip number 1.
Let's go. All right, moving on.
Tip number 1, create consistency. Okay, so we could give you the obvious answer to connect to your guides, which is what, kids?
Meditation.
Right.
Meditation.
I think you had your moment. Meditation can take many forms, and the key is creating a consistent time and space where the conscious mind is chilled out.
CTFO.
Creating that time and space where the conscious mind is chilled out and the subconscious can begin to rise up and connect.
Rise up.
And that's what meditation does.
It rises up. This can be a meditation practice or something that you do consistently that basically distracts your conscious mind. Right. A regular yoga practice, for example, that keeps the body and conscious mind repeating a set of consistent movements over and over. It works very well for distracting that conscious mind and has been used by people for centuries.
So, and we hear a lot from our students that they have a really hard time sitting in meditation. And I just don't think that's the first step for most people, especially in our Western, really super busy world where our conscious mind is constantly engaged. So for me, it's that time on the treadmill with my favorite playlist that I've heard over and over and over. I know these songs, like the back of my hand. How well do I know the back of my hand? That's a weird question, right? And it distracts my conscious mind is the point. So my conscious mind is going straight out of Compton, right? And boom, by the time I am done, all the answers and guidance is like floating up into my awareness of what to do. Because I'm like, my conscious mind is busy, with my WA.
We like to call that one ghetto meditation.
I don't know.
Ghetto meditation.
It depends on what I'm listening to. So we like to make it easy for our students and help you figure out what you already do to get you plugged into your personal genius frequency. It could be hiking, walking, doing something that distracts your conscious mind.
Walking a dog, walking yourself, getting the dog to walk yourself. That's pretty fun too.
So hit that like button and give us some hearts if this is making sense to you.
Moving on to tip number 2.
Okay, and this is one that I think we underutilize. Most people sleep with a purpose.
Not a porpoise.
Don't sleep with a purpose.
Oh, actually, that'd be pretty cool. It's kind of like swimming with dolphins, sleeping with dolphins.
You have to have an oxygen mask because they need to be in the water.
Or you can be Aquaman.
So the bridge to your personal guidance meeting room, like your personal place where you meet, opens magically as you drift into a nap or a sleep. Like the bridge is already there and it's clean. It's not the rickety rope bridge, but you're sleeping. That's the issue, right?
But the question is, how do you make that work for you? If you don't remember what happens after you close your eyes, if conversations are happening and you just can't recall what happened in the meeting.
So here's how you do it. If you have a question or you need an answer to a problem, take a nap or go to sleep with the question you have in your mind or the answers that you need or the inspiration you're trying to get.
And here's the key.
And then just let it go into your sleep time. Don't try to figure it out. Don't be like, please give me the answer, please give me the answer, because now you're putting yourself into fight or flight before sleep.
Most of the time, you're going to wake up with the answer, even if you may not remember the meeting or that particular connection.
Or you might remember the meeting itself, like, oh my gosh, I met with this magical guide in my dream, and there was the idea. So that's kind of an easy, fun way to do it that kind of hacks your conscious mind and like gets it to chill out because you're literally shutting it off. The key is to
let it go.
Let it go.
Einstein power napped 20 minutes a day to reset the brain and clear the fog.
And this is the basic idea, but there are definitely more advanced methods that we teach our students about dream work and hacking that up. So hit the like button, give us some hearts if this is making sense. That way we know you're getting it.
And we have a question for you today.
Because we always like to poll the audience. What is your favorite way, maybe like something non-traditional, to distract your conscious mind?
Is it ghetto meditation or lotus position?
Yeah, let us know because new ideas are always good, because I think in our Western world, we have a hard time with that standard meditation. That's like our number one complaint. I can't sit and meditate. That is not necessary for you to tap in and connect. Tip number 3, and this is a really good one if you are just starting out, guided meditations.
Or if you've been at this for a while and you want a different angle, guided meditations are really good. If you're a total newbie to all this and have lived most of your life in a purely conscious world and are realizing that maybe you could benefit a lot from tapping into some deeper parts of your mind and your spirit, then guided meditations are a great way to get started.
So it takes practice to create that bridge, that superhighway, right? Especially if you have an overactive conscious mind.
Yes. So a good way is to find a pre-recorded guided meditation for guide connection and listen to it at a fairly regular time each day, maybe right before you go to sleep.
And this is going to start to build that superhighway for a stable, consistent, reliable connection, because that's what you've got to do if you want consistent. And that way, your guidance sort of starts to integrate into your daily life. It's not something you have to sit and be like, gotta tap in, I gotta like connect. It's something that kind of is always flowing and always there if you build that superhighway.
So once you get that down and fairly stable, then you can start building on some other more advanced techniques.
Like some of the deeper dream and mediumship techniques, techniques that we teach. So.
Techniques.
David is going to link our guided meditation for spiritual awakening in the comments to get you started. So
not only am I going to do it, I've already done it. Go check it out.
Okay. So
we want to know if you guys are more excited now that you have these tips. Have we cleared up some mysteries, maybe busted some myths?
We like to bust myths. And as always, we want to give some love back to one of our Zen heads. Shout out to Maya, who shared her experience with us on the Google machine recently. She said, I am cleansed and uplifted. I had such a wonderful experience with Zen Rose Garden. I feel much more uplifted and had the wonderful chance to see things from an outside perspective and optimistic light. We like to keep it light. I felt safe and no fear in opening up. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maya.
So, Maya, I definitely want to thank you. And I want to thank you for pointing out the feeling safe part, because we like all of our, whether it's clients, whether it's students, anybody that we work with, we like them to overcome those fears and to find the safety, because once you find the safety, everything else is easy from there. Once you feel safe enough, then it's easy for your child self to go out and play and explore and do more. So thank you, Maya, for bringing that up. Thank you for your feedback. We absolutely honor and appreciate that. Superhighway
or rickety old rope bridge with ninjas and with turbans and swords. That's what we're
Choice is yours.
Like we're trying to give you the better options. Yep. We have learned that self-growth and developing your intuition in your personal and professional life go together like sushi, Sapporo, and sake.
And that's why we created our signature subscription membership, Zen Ed Academy, to bridge that gap and teach the real stuff.
So you could keep bouncing around like a pinball from one outdated program to another, never gaining traction. So is this right for you? Are you tired of mediumship advice that is way too complicated? Are you tired of people telling you that light workers and healers are crazy? All crazy.
Are they all crazy? They're not all crazy. There might be some that have some mental instabilities, but on the majority, they're not all crazy. Are you ready for intuitive development without judgment?
Psychic and mediumship training that doesn't scare the crap out of you? If so, Zen Ed Academy is just what the doctor ordered. And that is where we hang out. That is where we get personal. And that is where we were kind of on tap to answer your questions as you grow. So this will work for you, even if you are allergic to fairy dust and just need real information without all the unicorn poop. What do you need to do to get into the Academy? Really simple. Click the link in the description.
That will get you on your way to building your own personal superhighway to your genius frequency.
All the info is down below. If you liked this video, hit the like button, guys.
And if you have any questions,
let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. This is where we get our ideas for videos you guys want to hear.
For more mind hacking pro tips,
be sure to subscribe
and click the bell to turn notifications on,
so you're the first to know
when we drop a new video
or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource, and the fact that you guys are choosing to spend that not only with us, but most importantly for yourself, leveling up your skills, taking your personal and professional life to a whole new level. We honor and appreciate that. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.
We'll see you in the next video.
Do it again.
We'll see you in the next video. We'll see you in the next video. I'll be there. So will David.